This is Texans TV.
We've got a hot mic on A.J. Moore.
Say what up to Mom. Say what up to Mom. Say what up to Dad. Hey, what up, Mom? What up, Dad? What up, I love y'all.
And the Texans show off some special new cleats. It's all coming up next on Texans 360.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll. Touchdown.
Guess when you think you've seen it all, there's always something else.
Welcome into Texans 360. The Texans are coming off back-to-back wins, and here they go. They face off against the Indianapolis Colts. It's Week 13. Welcome in, everyone. We've got a big show for you tonight. We're going to preview that Colts matchup. Also, Sunday's game is Cause My Cleats. Players get to show off their new cleats and the causes that are near and dear to their hearts. But first, let's kick off the show with a special treat. Last week, you saw safety A.J. Moore. He was going to face his brother safety C.J. Moore for the Lions. Well, we got A.J. mic'd up. Here's a look at his action and a little bit of facing off against his brother in Thursday's Thanksgiving Day game.
This for the country right here. One time for the country. Bad field, stand up. We in here today.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Today, the Texans take on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field, looking to go 2-0 in this classic.
Hey, double 8 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we get the sign from the officials. We are ready to rock in Detroit.
Hey, C.J. For real. Say what up to Mom. Say what up to Mom. Say what up to Dad. Hey, what up, Mom? What up, Dad? What up, I love y'all.
It's crazy, because it's like me versus me out there.
Let's go, D!
Stafford back to throw. And he dumps it off. It's picked off by J.J. across the 15, 10, 5.
Ooh, J.J. pick 6.
Rock and roll. What? Pick 6.
Hey! 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 Bro, J.J. got a pick 6. Wow. Ah, come on, man. Hey, boy, you take a cheap shot on me like that, boy. Ain't gonna be smoke. Huh? Excuse me. I said, boy, if you take a shot on me like that, boy, you tell Mom, man.
Here's the run right side, and it's fruitful up to the 28-yard line, and it's out.
Get out!
It's a fumble, and Roby has it for the Houston Texans, and the Texans recover. Second and goal at the 2. Watson under center. Fakes the give, rolls to his right, throws to Procise. He's got it for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Yes, see? Yes, see? Hey. Let's go, 33. Let's go, 33. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we get better music? Hey. What's up?
Watson firing deep down the left side, and got a man, Duke. He's in. Rock and roll. Touchdown, Houston.
Beautiful. Yeah. Hey, 49! Hey, 49! C.J. This is like me versus me. What up, boy? I was flying.
Deshaun firing deep, and he's got a man. Touchdown, Houston.
Hey! Hey, let's keep going. Hey, this game ain't gotta be close. Hey, let's get off. Let's go. Nice to meet you, man. What's your name?
Jimmy Buchanan.
Mr. Jimmy. Nice to meet you, baby. Get up! in my pick. I baited him. The seam, that was my pick right there. It was. Whoa! Whoa! I love it. I love it. I love it.
First down at the Detroit 34, a handoff to Duke, running to the right, and he's going to throw it back to Deshaun, looking and firing left side, and Fuller walks across the 10-5 and jumps into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
When you want some creativity, there it is.
That was beautiful, and it looked easy.
Duke sold it so well. Man, that boy just won a Grammy.
The Houston Texans down the Lions on Thanksgiving, a feast.
Where the camera at? Hey, man, shout out to Badfield, man. Shout out to JDC. Stand up, man. We out here. Country boys.
Always fun seeing A.J. Moore out on the field. And you know what? You can see him as well. The Texans have a few more home games left for the 2020 season. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Texans to get your tickets and come see them in person. You know what? You can also see this guy, Lonnie Johnson, second-year player for the Texans, now at safety. We caught up with him as well. Take a look. Welcome into the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. My guest this week, Lonnie Johnson, in his second year, first at safety. So, Lonnie, let's just start there because I feel like the big storyline for you all year is the fact that you have made the move to safety. How has it been for you? How has this season played out for you?
It's been better than I would say my rookie year. Safety is definitely easier than playing corner, besides the communication part.
That the play that stands out, obviously, that 4th and 4 with Cam Newton, you and Justin Reed both coming out blitzing. I mean, is that one of your favorite play calls to get dialed up as a safety? I have to imagine that's a lot of fun to get to do that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's my evil twin, man. So when he calls that play, we look at each other like, you already know it's go time. So it's like we just go out there and we try, me and him competing with each other. I always said that me and Justin Reed, we just going to come in, we're going to compete with each other. And when he make that call, it's whoever get there first, man, get the sack.
You said evil twin. I was totally going to ask you about the evil twin because I see both of you posting about the evil twin. So both of you are evil. There's not like a good and an evil twin. You're both evil, right? So where did that come from? Who started this evil twin stuff, and what does it mean?
I think actually a fan had said they couldn't tell me and Justin Reed apart on the field one day. I think we had on the same glove, same cleat. Both our dreads was sticking out our helmet, and they was like they couldn't tell us apart. From that point on, I was like, man, forget it. Let's just call each other evil twins and go out here. We both got bad intentions when we hit people. We just both got like a lot of built up anger, and we put it out there on the field in a good way. And I mean, it just plays out that way, man.
So what about for you for the rest of the season? I mean, what's in your future? What are some goals that you've set for yourself?
I have a ton of goals, but honestly, I just love winning. Personally, I just love winning with this team, and I do whatever it takes, to go out there and get that win. I'm just gonna have that type of energy for the rest of the season and for the rest of my career.
Well, Lonnie, it's always a pleasure chatting with you, and wish you the best of luck. You and Evil Twin, we definitely want to see the twins stay together for a long time, especially the way y'all are playing these days.
Definitely.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Coming up, we catch up with John Harris on this week's Performance Report. That's next on Texans 360.
Two. With his sack last Thursday, Whitney Merciless now has 54 all-time, breaking a tie for the second most in franchise history at 53 with Mario Williams. He stands alone in second place behind only J.J. Watt. 18. When the Texans beat the Lions last week, that was the 18th franchise against which Watson has quarterbacked the Texans to a victory. He can get to number 19 if the Texans beat the Bears on the road in Week 14. 106. After J.J. Watt's pick 6 on Thanksgiving, he now has scored 6 career touchdowns in the regular season. Along with Jason Taylor and Julius Peppers, Watt is the only player in NFL history with 100 career sacks and 6 scores. I'm Drew Doherty, and this is By the Numbers, presented by FedEx.
Welcome back to Texans 360. The Houston Texans have a big matchup on Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts, their AFC South rival. Always fun to see these two teams in action, and always fun to see John Harris with this week's Performance Report.
Welcome into the Performance Report, brought to you by Hyundai. And it's Colts week. Boy, this is a special one around here. Whenever the Texans take on the Colts, they have dominated this division for a long time. Now, the Texans are 3 games behind the Colts, but the Colts lost last week to the Titans by 19 at home. So they're going to be raring to go when they come into NRG Stadium on Sunday. And they got a new leader, a guy the Texans have seen before, but he always wore a Chargers uniform, and that's Philip Rivers. He's been up and down this year for the Colts. He's approaching 40, and I don't know what that says about 40-somethings, but he still can have moments, and that's the worry about facing the Colts. If Philip Rivers finds a rhythm early, then it's going to be trouble. And if T.Y. Hilton gets going in a building he loves to play in, it could be a lot of trouble. The Texans are going to have to do a great job of containing Hilton, at the same time putting pressure on Rivers so that he's getting the ball out hot. But if he does get the ball out hot, it's going to Nyheim Hines, one of the better and more underrated full-game running backs you're going to find. He's got a great skill set, running and receiving. Nyheim Hines could be a problem, and you know that offensive line is very, very good. On the defensive side, they were without Danico Autry and DeForest Buckner last week against Tennessee and felt it. The Titans ran for 178 yards against that defense, and it looked like a shell of itself. When Buckner and Autry are in the lineup, Darius Leonard runs free to the football and tackles anything that moves. But when they weren't in the lineup, it gave those linebackers a lot of trouble. The Texans, throw the football. So in the secondary, they can have some success. However, throwing the ball in the middle of the field is where potential Rookie of the Year candidate on the defensive side, Julian Blackmon, is floating around making a ton of plays. It's a defense that's fast, physical, and sometimes over-aggressive. But you can throw the ball on them if Deshaun Watson gets time to throw. This is going to be an AFC South bloodbath, as it always is on Sunday. Cannot wait for Philip Rivers and the Colts to walk into NRG Stadium to take on your Houston Texans.
And always, we like to catch up with some of our friends from around the league. This week, no different. I caught up with Colts team reporter Lara Overton. She gave us her insight on this 2020 Colts team. This week on Enemy Sidelines, it's my good friend, Indianapolis Colts team reporter Lara Overton. We usually chat much earlier in the season, so it feels a little weird to say this is the first time we're talking in 2020. The regular season, that is. It's week 13. Lara, how is it going? Let's get talking about these Colts, man.
Man, we had to wait till December to do it, but we get to do this twice in a stretch of 3 weeks, thanks to the wild scheduling. So excited to be with you. We'll call it frenemy sidelines because we're much closer to friends than enemies. But man, this is stacking up to be a really tough late stretch of the season for the Colts when you talk about last weekend not getting the job done against the Tennessee Titans, now facing a bit of an uphill climb to try to position themselves into a playoff spot. One of the things that you notice when you look at Philip and the numbers that he's put up and the production that he's had is the number of different guys that he's engaging in this offense. With a veteran quarterback like Philip Rivers, you point to his ability to really spread the ball around and for the Colts to not just be one-dimensional within their offense, to have that passing and running attack. I don't think that the running game has been certainly as productive as they would ideally have liked it to be this season. But what they've done a lot more so is spread things around between JT, Nyheim, and Jordan when the opportunity has presented itself.
Our next gen stat presented by AWS. The Colts are actually 5th in the league with 12 takeaways this year. So what's been the key to Matt Eberflus's defense getting all those takeaways this year?
The word that they've hinged on this season is opportunistic. That's the word that they keep on playing to, that keeps getting brought up when we have conversations with this defense. Because of the pressure you're getting up front, because of how well your linebackers are tackling, that's creating great opportunities within your secondary for takeaways. I mean, guys like Xavier Rhodes, the rookie Julian Blackmon, who has just been so impressive this season. TJ Carey has stepped in and played for Kenny Moore. When they've had the opportunities to have those takeaways, they've exploited them, they've capitalized on them. And that's again, the presence that you feel from that really strong front led by DeForest Buckner, and then just having playmakers across the board.
Lara, thank you so much as always for the time. It's been a pleasure. And you know what? I'll see you again in a few weeks. How about it?
I'm mad I'm going to have to miss my trip to Houston, because not only do I get to see you, it also has the best press box food that I think I've seen in the league. I think you guys hold that for sure. Pittsburgh's is pretty good too. You guys are right up there. So it's one of the things that I'll have to miss this season. But hey, 2021 will make up for it.
That's right. We'll save you some barbecue and some Tex-Mex next year. How about it?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, Lara. See you in a few weeks. Coming up, Texans fans try their hand at some trivia. That's next on Texans 360. Texans 360 rolls on, and you know what? There's nobody that knows Texans trivia quite like Mark Vandermeer. He's been here from the very beginning, so it's only fitting that he should be a game show host and ask other big Texans fans his biggest trivia questions. And this week was no different. Take a look.
Welcome, Texans, to the game show that is the best game show in the history of game shows, at least this week. It is Texans First and 10. I'm Mark Vandermeer, your host, also voice of your Houston Texans. And we've got two great guests for you today. First of all, Deepi Holman. How's it going, Deepi?
Hi, Mark.
Hello. And what part of town do you live in? Where are you from?
I live in Dickinson, Texas.
Ooh, Dickinson, where my buddy Andre Ware is from. My gosh,
Yeah.
Go Gators. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And also, Thomas Casper is joining us right now. Thomas, how's it going?
Doing fantastic. Really
Now
excited about being on the show.
All right, Thomas, are you ready for this one?
I hope so.
Name one of the other two teams that Romeo Crennel coached as a head coach, whether it be interim or otherwise. He was at one of these two teams. Name one. Just
I think that, I think, didn't he coach for the Chiefs for a while?
Yes! Yes,
Chefs?
he did.
The
Yes,
Chefs.
he did. Okay. That's a great answer. Now you're at the 15-yard line. Another big play scores. Debbie, you got to get in here, okay? So, Debbie, the Texans have had only two losing teams in the last 10 years. How about that? Only two losing teams in the last 10 years. Losing seasons, I should say. Now, we're under 500 currently, but hoping to rectify that, and there's still time to do it. So, I will give you a couple of chances here. Name one of those losing years for the Texans in the last 10 years. So you have your choice from 2011, and it wasn't then, up through last year, and it wasn't then either. And it wasn't 12 either. So give me a year in the last 10 years. That might have been one of the two losing seasons.
2013.
That is correct. Down to the 5-yard line you go. Thomas, can you punch it in the end zone? But I'll tell you what, Debbie, because we've had a few incorrect answers, no offense. If Thomas gets this right, he wins the game right now. All right, Thomas, this is a first down because that's all you need. You're at the 5. Who is the very first, or you're at the 15. So it's a big play. Thomas,
Okay.
This is a big play question. If you get it right, you win the game. Who is the very first draft choice in the history of the Houston Texans? Number one
Oh,
pick.
man, it was a
2002.
guy the Jags guy. Tony
No.
Baselli?
That is correct in the expansion draft. I'm talking college draft.
Oh, college draft. Would it be David Carr?
That is correct. That is correct. He's in the end zone. Thomas, you win. Debbie, I am so sorry. Debbie, you probably would have gotten that one right, wouldn't you?
Find out what causes our Texans players are supporting this year in this year's My Cause, My Cleats. That's next on Texans 360. The final segment of Texans 360. It's week 13, and across the league, all NFL teams are participating in an initiative that Started just a few years back. It's a really nice tradition, actually. My Cause, My Cleats. Players get to show off some custom-made cleats and showcase a cause that's important to them and near and dear to their hearts. The Texans were no different. A big group of players participated in this year's My Cause, My Cleats, and they got to show off their new shoes. Take a look.
This year for My Cause, My Cleats, I'm supporting social justice and bringing awareness to ending racism. You know, the color is just highlighted because, you know, I really want not only the fans, but I want the world to experience and see all those who has fallen, who deserves justice from social injustice.
You know, this shoe right here is really, you know, a testament to those angels in the sky. You know what I mean? That mean a lot to me personally. Zach was a really good friend of mine, mentor to me when I was in college at Stanford. Unfortunately passed away, and his family started a foundation in his honor. Then I also got my guy Tony, another one of my guardian angels, man. Tony was a great spirit, great kid, and he had also passed away from leukemia. And I'm really happy with the way these came out, man. These cleats are sick.
I decided to put Black Lives Matter on my cleats to just keep the awareness going about it. It's not a temporary thing. It's something that will always matter. And just to use my platform and just to do my part.
The biggest thing I wanted to represent was single moms. My dad passed when I was young. Single moms has always had a special place in my heart just because of the way that I grew up and the way that my mom raised me and my 3 older brothers, so that's what the 44 G's are. She always used to say that. And for me, just wanted to give a shout out to the single moms and all those out there.
You know, I think as an athlete and with a platform, you should definitely support some kind of cause, and this is My Cause, My Cleats.
That's going to do it for another edition of Texans 360. So glad you could join us, and a special thanks to everyone that worked on this show, especially Tyler Sudar and all of you out there watching. So stay safe out there, and as always, go Texans.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.